Yo people, welcome back to the M1 show. Obviously, I'm back again with another video. And again, it's a bit different. I've got to keep you guys on your toes. I can't be giving you the same old content every single time. Don't make sense. So today, I'm going to give out a bit of uni advice. And the way I'm going to do it is this. I'm going to give you guys, first of all, this video is going to be my personal uni experience. So I'm just going to tell you a bit about my experience. And I'm going to drop a little bit of advice within it. But I'm also going to be dropping maybe 2 or 3 other videos. At the moment I've got 3 videos I'm dropping. I might drop some more in terms of uni advice. I want to give a shout out first of all to Jemz, who produced all the beats that we're going to use throughout this video. Shout out to him. I want to shout out to Duraggy for the durag. Obviously they come through every time. And I'll shout out to Richie Sauce for the t-shirt. Now this t-shirt specifically is discontinued, but he has other stock in his super sauce jumpers. So I'm going to leave the links to all of the people I mentioned in the description, and you can reach out to them and contact them and do what have you. So yeah, that is that. So yeah, let's get into it straight. No lacking, no waiting. First question. How nerve-wracking is logging into UCAS at 8 AM on results day? When I tell you, logging into UCAS was long for me. Like, I logged in and I didn't see anything. Like, all of my guys were calling me, telling me, oh yeah, man got into my firm. The ones that weren't going uni were like, oh yeah. Like, obviously I'll find out my results when I get to school. Other people that were going to other places, they were like, oh, I got my insurance. Everyone was living, everyone was calm. And even the people that were going into clearing, they knew from time they were going into clearing. Like, it wasn't a thing that I had to wait for. But me, I didn't even know where I was going, bro. I didn't know where I was going for a good couple hours. I got to school, got my results, and I still didn't know where I was going. They still hadn't accepted me on UCAS and said that, oh, we've accepted your application. So I didn't know where I was going, man. I was lost. But yeah, thank God in the end I managed to pattern like my place. And the route they gave me, they were like, oh, because imagine, yeah, like I want to say at like 12:01 PM. Bearing in mind I've been up since 7 waiting on these results. So at like 12:01ish PM, I received an email from the university I go to now saying that, oh, we've seen your efforts and things like that, and we want to say that would you be interested in taking a place on a foundation course to then be a stepping stone to your university experience the first year and onwards. I was like in my head, yo, this is the university I want to go to. I'm down. Let me run it. My parents were like, oh, you should wait. And I can't lie. Like, I didn't want to wait because obviously I've had my mind at uni, I've had my mind at university, but I said, you know what, let me wait. Let me explore my options a bit. So I explored my options, and it just turned out that the foundation year route that they offered me was confirmed, and it was more beneficial for me, to be honest. That's how I felt about the situation at the time. So yeah, and even now, I don't regret doing an extra year uni. I don't regret doing an extra year at all. I feel like it's just helps me to develop as a person, and it's helped me to develop as an individual. So yeah. Next question. Explain the clearing process. So clearing is basically when it can happen in one of 2 ways. But basically, in the upwards perspective, let's say your university that you apply to has asked for A, B, B. You now get A star, A star, A. You can now think, oh, what? Why my firm uni? Let me go and level up and go to apply to Russell Group. So you can go and reject your firm, reject your insurance, and choose to accept or choose to seek out a better university, for example, Imperial or LSE or something. Like, you can literally choose to reach out to these better quality universities. You've got better grades, you deserve it. And not all of the people that apply for these universities get their places, so there's places up for grabs to be taken. It's just an option of whether they're there or not. Same way, if you aim high and you say, oh, I want to get an AAB, and your insurance is a BBB, and you unfortunately get a BCC, there's still places for you to go for uni, but your firm and insurance may just not accept those places, those grades that you've got. And so you go into clearing and seek an alternative, basically, and seek essentially how to try and find the university that accepts your grades and has your course. And that's the whole like roulette of clearing, man. Yeah, so after results day, did my uni shopping. I grabbed, like, what did I grab? I grabbed all of my essentials, I grabbed all my beddings, everything literally. At my com, every com I've lived in, everyone will tell you, my com feels like a home. Like, when you come in, you get like the cereal boxes, everything's patterned there. You have like, what else did I have? I had like lights, I had like, what else? I had like some funky lamp. bro, I had bare stuff in my room, and my room was always packed. Like every year I've been to uni, my room's always been packed out with stuff. But like, it's not a thing where like it's packed out in a messy way. It's more like it's bare homey. Like, I like my place to be like where I live, so it's like home to me. Cause you're gonna live there for 9 months. You might as well make the most of it and make it your home, innit? So yeah, so literally after all of that, then it was literally just a wait. I think I was working. I was working at a store in central London. So I was working there, working. And I've gone now, hit uni. My parents have helped me move in with my brothers. We've all that unpacked the car. Obviously, you know you're getting the pep talk from your dad or your mum. So I was getting the pep talk from my dad and my mum simultaneously. They were saying, oh yeah, make sure you focus, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. I was like, yeah, I will. Having our conversations. Get to my accommodation now, and obviously I'm a Christian, so as soon as I got to my accommodation, my parents prayed as we entered the room. They prayed again as I was moving my stuff around, and then before they left they prayed again, because you can never get too much prayer, man. In this life you can never get too much prayer. So yeah, and then obviously I got that final pep talk from my dad. Obviously, remember why you're here, all of this and that, and I can't lie, it's a very serious statement he made, because remembering the reason you go to university is what motivates you to finish it, because university can be hard, like mentally hard, it can be taxing. I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of people find different coping mechanisms. Just to go back and deep that, none of them help. They just help to push away the problem for a small amount of time, but the problem is still there, and if you don't address it, fam, it's pain still, it's pain. My parents then left, and once they left, my boy came, because my boy, he lived across the way from me, so he came to my comm, we were chilling now, took my first uni picture. That evening now, everyone was in the common room. So I've now done a little bop to the common room. I'm now seeing everybody from the group chat. And speaking of which, make sure you get into your ACS group chats from now, because they're probably packed already. But if you're not in the ACS group chat, contact your ACSs. That's Afro-Caribbean Societies. If you're a black student and or an Afro-Caribbean based student. Even if you're like Afro-Latino, I believe, you can still join. That's down to the discretion of your ACSs, but my ACS was fine with that, so I assume it's the same for the rest. And literally you can just reach out to them, make sure they add you into the group chats, so you can be up to date with events, whether that be networking events, parties, barbecues, all these freshers events, everything. Just stay in contact with them so they can put you on, because that's the way you basically make the best of your freshers week and your fresh experience in that first year. And speaking of people you meet, guys, please don't, I mean this in the nicest way possible, not everyone is your friend. So please don't go thinking that, when you get to uni, everyone's going to be buddy with you. Be careful who you share your information with, be careful who you tell about yourself, because those people can easily switch up on you, and you're forgetting that when you get to university, you'll understand, any university student will tell you time flies in uni. 1 week with a group of people in uni can come like a month. If you guys are with each other constantly, always chilling, you guys will know so much about each other in the space of a week, more than some people know about themselves in the space of a month. It's crazy. So that's definitely one thing I would say. I would definitely say, be careful the friends you choose, and don't be so fast to choose who your pals are. Even some people from before uni will switch up on you. I'm sorry to break it to you, but some people from before uni will switch up on you, and it'll be deep, but it's literally life, man, literally. Then that was basically my first night in uni. And after that, then Freshers Week. Freshers Week was a vibe. There were bare events. There was like first years versus second years. Second years I'll smoke. Shout out to Michael, shout out to Michelle, shout out to all the ACS from year above. You guys did your thing still. You guys hosted a good couple of events. And I know that everybody enjoyed themselves from then, so yeah. And shout out to Tosin as well, my little older and that. But meeting everybody was cool, and then like literally another piece of advice I'll give you while I'm here. Make sure you network in university. Make sure that you reach out to people. Like, don't just be like, because I'm in first year, I can just chill with first years. Reach out to second years, man. Get advice from them for your course. Get advice from them on general life in uni. Get advice from them on anything, man. Like, they've been there a year before you, and they've probably made mistakes. So it's only right you shout them and find out what mistakes they made so you can improve on that. Literally. I'm not saying go and shout every second year and try to be their best friend. Like, that's moist. Don't do that. Have decorum. Have some, some decency. But, if you're cool with the guys, you're cool with the guys. Simple. Just shout them, and obviously, I know you'll come from ends. Some of you will come with no friends. Some of you will come with like a group of friends. But be willing to meet new people. Don't just be stuck to your clique, because if anything happens with that clique later in university, you'll be left with no one. and that's just a sad shame. So yeah, literally, make sure you're contacting people and reaching out. If anything, one piece of advice I would give is try and apply to more societies in Freshers Week, because first year is the year to do it. If you're going to join football society, you're going to join rugby society, Quidditch, chess, all of those weird games like that, definitely first year to do it, because first year is, it's not even a year that doesn't count, it's not that. It's just that in terms of the workload, it's the least. It's the least in terms of the workload. Second year, you're getting serious. Those grades seriously matter. Third year, if you're on placement like me, I'm looking for a placement at the moment for September. So yeah, I'm trying to find a placement. But if you're third year, final year, bro, I don't even need to explain how important that year is for you. Just know that you need to pattern that year, because if you don't, it'll be on your head, and nobody will be able to defend you. Nobody will be able to say, "Oh, let's appeal those grades." It's done. Do you get it? Like that is how my freshers was. My freshers was a vibe. I enjoyed it. Started reaching out to people. They were shouting me to come and promote their events and things like that, because I can't lie, like when I got to uni, I was kind of like a bit more known. I don't know why, and I think like I'm just a very sociable person, and I feel like I'm really comfortable with meeting new people. So working with different people was so easy for me to do that. It was just a thing where let's shout M1 to help us promote an event. We'll pay him a little money. I just did my thing, man. I just made the most of my experience and made the most of my connections. I met artists, I met DJs, I met producers. It's been fun. It's been fun so far still, literally. And yeah, I would definitely say don't be enclosed, don't keep yourself in a box. Try and be as open-minded about the university experience as possible, but be open-minded with sense. It's not everything you need to try. I'm not going to go into details about what that means, but it's not everything you need to try, literally. Take advantage of the fact that you're in your own space, because when you're back in the ends, you may not feel that independence for a bit. You may not. Some of you may, but obviously with some people who have busy households, the independence and the privacy is not there as much as it is when you're in university, because you're by yourself. You literally live by yourself within your own means, and you're responsible for everything, down to your cooking, down to your cleaning, budgeting on your money, how you spend your money, going like eating out, buying, shopping, all of that. So literally, it's just a place for you to grow your skills, become more developed and more prepared as a person for the real world outside, for when you do finally move into your property of some kind after university, by God's grace. So yeah. And oh, please, while we're here, please guys, if you don't have a religion before you go to university, or you don't have a faith, find one. And whatever you find, stick with it. If you're Muslim, stick with it. If you're Christian, find a church. Muslim, find a mosque, and stick with it, please. Because faith is one of those things, yeah, that can really help you when you're down in uni. Like, being able to go to God and pray about uni, or pray about like what you're going through, is actually one of the most amazing things. Literally, it's one of the most amazing things. And literally, that's my advice on religion and faith and whatever. And even if you don't have a faith, be consistent in what you want to do. You've got a motivation to finish university, regardless of anything. Make sure you're focused on finishing university. Definitely, I would advise that. And last question. This is a quick one. So, is it true that the transition from A levels to university is way different? It's different for multiple reasons. It's different because, first of all, you're in your own environment, which means that you're autonomous to what you do. Which means teachers are not going to bell you up like they did in college or sixth form and say, "Oh, why aren't you in school?" No one's doing that. It's down to you to decide whether you're going to attend your lectures or not. It's down to you to decide whether you're going to go to this motive, go and do your shopping, go and cook before you go to your lecture or after your lecture. Everything is down to you, and it's down to what you decide to do. If you then decide that you're not going to do that, that's down on you. No one else is going to take the heat but you. Do you get it? So you're responsible for yourself, and if you can't make these simple little decisions to pattern up, you're going to struggle. That's literally my uni experience summed up real quick. Obviously, like I said, now I'm in second year, so I've been at uni for 3 years now, foundation year, first year and second year. And personally, I've really enjoyed it. Like I said, I've tried to make the most of my experience, made some mistakes on the way, as it happens to people. It just happens, man. People make mistakes. But the thing is, don't dwell on those mistakes. Whatever mistakes you make, bounce back from them, build on them. Make sure that you don't repeat those mistakes, and literally keep it stepping, man. That's all I would advise. So yeah. And finally, fam, make the most of uni, man. Uni is there for you to enjoy, for you to learn from, for you to build yourself. So do that, man. Don't let other people decide how you're gonna run your uni experience. Run it yourself, man. Come on, man. Run it yourself, man. Literally, you're a leader. You're a person of importance. Run it yourself, man. Literally. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned a bit about my experience. I know it's a bit brief. I wish I could go into more detail, but I don't want to bore you guys with all the details. Like, if I was with the man, then we would definitely be telling stories by now. But unfortunately, quarantine, man. Literally. But obviously, shout out to my guys. Shout out to everyone from uni. Shout out to all you first years. Again, congratulations on your results. Congratulations on getting into university. Sorry, so you're about to become first years. And the people struggling, I'm sorry. I do hope that you manage to find like a resolution to the situation so you can go to university. And I hope God finds a way to, you know, bring you guys back from this situation, because right now what the government is doing is a load of rubbish. So I do hope that things get resolved. But yeah, man. With that being said, like, comment, and subscribe. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments. You know the vibes.